The first thing we've got to do is talk about D23. Went down over the weekend, and a lot of announcements for pretty much all the Disney parks. Some expected, some a slightly different version of what was expected, and a few things that were not expected to go down. As expected, I think first and foremost, Epcot got a lot of announcements. Everyone expecting a lot of money to be invested in that over the next few years to bring it up to the level of the other Disney parks. Guardians of the Galaxy replacing Ellen's Energy Journey. I think that was pretty much a given. Nobody was expecting anything different to happen there. It's going to be an interesting one. We'll talk about more about that in another video regarding whether it fits in with the theme of Epcot, but definitely something that needed to be done with that area of the park. The other announcements there, Ratatouille going into the French Pavilion, again, pretty much a given. Everyone was expecting that to happen. Not a lot else really announced for World Showcase. The possible Brazil Pavilion was not announced. Whether that might be announced at a later date, everything that was announced at D23 very much is things that could be ready for the 50th anniversary. So potential that is not at the point where it could be announced. Some pictures of what Future World at Epcot could look like after all the work is done. Not a lot of detail in them. Definitely pictures that leave working room for things to change. But exciting that whole area is going to look nice and different. It's going to get modernised. It's not going to look like a 1980s version of the future. Epcot needs the update, as we all are well aware. Now moving on to other areas as well. Tomorrowland, at the Magic Kingdom again is going to join the 21st century, which is whoop-de-doo fantastico. Tron Coaster again. A lot of people had kind of predicted this was going to happen. People expected it to replace the old petrol cars, and it hasn't. It's going to find some new backlot area next to Space Mountain. Now, interestingly, it looks exactly from the sort of concept drawings exactly like the Shanghai version in way of how the building looks. Now, if that is how it's going to get put into Tomorrowland, it's going to make the rest of Tomorrowland look even more dated than it currently does. So chances are there's going to be some sort of work done on Tomorrowland to, like Future World and Epcot, bring that up to date. Now, what this means for the Motor City petrol cars, I keep forgetting the name of that blasted thing. What it means for that, don't know. Is it going to get an update? Is it going to go to electric cars? Or is it possibility it's being left for future down the line to have something else go on there? Don't know. Do not know at this stage. Looking around, going back to Epcot, did forget to name a few things. Mission Space, always been a little of an awkward one for Disney. Never quite been as successful as it hopes. It's getting a bit of a refresh to try and jazz it up a little bit, and it's getting a new restaurant, new space-themed restaurant, which is, I think, a good idea. Gives the whole area, if you're going to improve Future World, then do try and give some extra theming, link some things together. We'll talk about that in some future videos about whether Epcot is becoming a bit of a hodgepodge park, but at least in this area it looks like they're going to stick to the theming. Hollywood Studios got some cool man, this is a long walk to work today. Got some cool concept art for what Star Wars was going to look like. Opening 2019, and Toy Story Land announced for 2018. We'll talk about the details of those, which it's going to be definitely its own videos to talk about all that's going on with those two areas. Interestingly, and possibly slightly controversial at the moment, the Great Movie Ride shutting, and some people had predicted that this was going to go. and be replaced by a Mickey Mouse ride, which is happening. Mickey's finally getting his own ride. Lucky Mouse, it's only taken him 50 odd years to get a ride in one of the Magic Kingdoms. However, people were expecting this to happen in sort of 2018, solely because of how much is going on at Hollywood Studios at the moment. And by closing the Great Movie Ride as well, it does leave the park dangerously low on rides, but it's going to close in August, so get down there quickly to get your last rides on that. So yeah, that's some of the major announcements. There is a lot more. Obviously the transportation system gondolas going in as well, but we'll talk about these in other videos coming up over the next few days. So please like, comment and share on this video, and speak to you again soon.